G'day you legends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're finally up to weapon trial 3. Let's head over and have a look on how we're going to beat this boss. Let's break down the skills of this boss and see what strategies we can come up with. First off is the trait. In this case, at the end of the turn, if there are less than 6 calamity spawn floating rocks, it summons one more rock. Whenever a calamity spawn floating rock is defeated, it gains sacrifice ritual. And sacrifice ritual is a stacking buff, and please note it can be dispelled. Moving on to the basic attack, this is a very simple skill. It is a single target attack. It deals 100% magical damage and inflicts ineffective passive skills for 2 turns. Honestly, you just need to tank this out and you're fine. Looking at the reaction skill Doom Transfer, before taking an attack for each calamity spawn floating rock in the battle, the damage is decreased by 15% up to 45%. Now, ideally, you don't want to have any calamity spawns in the map because you're decreasing your damage output quite significantly. Omen of Doom deals 170% damage to the enemy with the highest magic defense and summons 2 calamity spawns. Looking at this skill, we are definitely going to need to build some units on high magic defense to ensure we can tank out this ability. Misfortune Cohesion. It gains a physical shield equal to 220% of magic attack. It prepares for 1 turn. Upon casting the skill, it deals magical damage equal to 60% magic attack plus the remaining shield value. So what this can tell you is you're going to have to destroy this shield just to reduce the damage you get from the shield exploding. We will have to make sure that we do focus the boss when this shield does come up. And finally, the last skill, Apocalypse. It deals 120% magic damage to all enemies within a 3-tile radius of the target. For each calamity spawn in battle, increases the damage dealt by 20%. So when this skill is active, you want to make sure that there are as few of these spawns as possible. The other thing is you don't need to stack all your characters into one area. This skill is going to always prioritize targeting a group of characters rather than an individual one. So you can always group maybe 3 units together and just spread 2 of your other units out. The last important thing to take note of is the adds. There is a blue add and a yellow add. If you look at the blue one reduces damage from melee attacks, and the yellow one reduces damage from range attacks. You will most likely need 1 ranged character clearing out the blue adds and 1 melee character clearing out the yellow adds. What things will we need for this boss then? We will most likely need a magic tank. We're going to need high mobility melee units to run around and kill the adds. We'll need 1 ranged DPS for the blue adds. We'll need a healer. Debuffs will also help with survivability and damage, preferably magic down and defense break. We're going to need to dispel the buff on the boss. We also should prioritize getting some buffs and auras in there to help with our survivability. And the last thing is we need to break the shield to ensure that we don't get wiped. Here's a list of some units you can use when building your teams. For your magic tank, you could always use Rawier, Angel, Crimson Falcon, or Gloria. Another thing is you can equip the Rejection Mask to try to increase your magical defense. Pay to Win has many options. For the yellow ad killer, you're going to want to mostly keep this guy in the high ground. What I mean by this is keeping him up in the corner over here. If you can see the mouse. So up here is where you need to keep him. You could use Crimson Falcon, you can use Outlaw Assassin, or you could use Stinger. If you have Cole, you can also use her. For the blue ad killer, you can use any of these options here. If you do have Beryl though, she is probably the best in this role. For debuffing, you can use the Outlaw Guard. He will provide physical defense down, attack down. You could use Ballista. You could use the Outlaw Archer. The other thing you can also do is equip the Disaster Bottle. Dispelling the boss stacks is actually quite simple. You need to use a Redemption Tarot on pretty much one character who is designated to always be closest to the boss at the end of its turn. For buffs and auras, using Temptation of the Devil on as many characters as you can will massively increase your survivability and damage output. So if you can use this on a character, please do. Another thing that could prove useful is the Elegance of the Empress. This healer can then apply more buffs. A lot of the healers already apply buffs anyway, so this may not be super necessary. Angel is fantastic for this. She has a magic defense aura and she gets buffs from her trait. If you do have Gloria though, I recommend using her. She just is an amazing buffer for your team. Breaking the shield doesn't seem to be too difficult. If you have a defense break on the boss, you only need 1 dedicated DPS on the Devil Tower to ensure that you can break the shield in time. So what kind of teams can you build? For a free-to-play approach, you can use Angel or Butterfly as your dedicated healer, and Outlaw Guard with the Redemption Terror as a debuffer as well, Raria as your main DPS, Crimson Falcon will focus on the yellow ads, and Ballista or Stinger will focus on the blue ads. Now for a pay-to-win team, you could use anything like this: Angel, Inanna, Butterfly, Gloria with Redemption Terror, Cole for the yellow, Beryl for the blue, and then a main DPS. For tactics, we're still using Urgent Order and March Command, the same as with every other weapon trial. One quick tip that I actually wasn't using in a lot of my other videos was you should turn on the Turn Order button. If you turn on this button here, it'll clearly show you in what order everything is moving on the map. I'm going to show you the replay of my clear and any gear, equipment, etc. that I used as well.
정신 차려. Yes, sir. 야, 고맙다. 정신 차려. 와라. Yes, sir. 정신 차려. 몸풀기 끝. 와라. 나한테 맡겨. 꺼져. 야, 고맙다. 나한테 맡겨. 야, 고맙다. 정신 차려. 나쁘진 않네. 정신 차려. 몸풀기 끝. 와라! 와라! 정신 차려. 야, 고맙다. 나한테 맡겨. 야, 고맙다. 나한테 맡겨. 몸풀기 끝. 꺼져. 야, 고맙다. 정신 차려. 와라! 와라! 야, 고맙다. 정신 차려.